Hi, I'm Pradeep, an HR professional with 2 decades of corporate experience. I'm here to share you a few industry best practices on tell me about yourself, the interview question. It's a very common and important question at all levels, that is from a beginner to senior level. Normally, this is asked in a way like, can you introduce yourself? Can you walk me through your resume, etc. So you would get about 3 to 5 minutes, and whatever you're going to share during this time, it will follow further. Okay? So you have to prepare well, structure it well, and then present in such a way that the interviewer should feel that you're the best fit for this opportunity, right? So believe me, there are many face this challenge because of lack of preparation and structuring it, including me. During my initial career, I have learned it through, and then it worked on and then moved on, right? So now that we understand the importance of this question, we will look into it in 2 parts to prepare very well, right? So first one, what an interviewer would expect, okay? Second, how to respond in a structured way, okay? The first one, interviewer normally expects the 3 skills and then your interest, that is passion towards the opportunity. So skills like communication, behavioral, and technical. So these are also called competencies in corporate world. Okay, so communication, normally verbal, like how well you have articulated throughout the interview. Second, your listening skills. So whenever interviewer asking how well you listened, understood, and responded. And then body language. Throughout the interview, your body posture, your confidence level would be observed. So that's about communication. Next, behavioral. So behavioral, there are many behaviors, okay? So here, we're going to focus on a few for keeping, up to senior software engineer perspective. That is, from a fresher to, senior software engineer level. So we will see about 5 common behaviors. 1, teamwork. See, in corporate, the projects are run, where a lot of teams will be part of it for a common goal. So definitely, you will be evaluated for, whether you would fit in for a teamwork kind of environment. Second, integrity. Okay, a lot of customers and companies' data, confidential data being shared. So how well you would maintain, the confidentiality. So your, honesty would be reviewed. Okay. The third, problem solving. Okay. See, in projects, a lot of situations would come where we need to really research and come up with some critical logical solutions that will add value. So definitely you will be evaluated whether you would research. So that means whether you have self-learning abilities or not. Fourth one, making it happen attitude. So this is very important because while it's a teamwork, everyone would have certain focus areas. So how you would take the challenging assignments and then deliver will be evaluated. And the last one, that is 5th one, adaptability. See, adaptability is like in an organization there will be a lot of changes, okay, and new things, and some areas of improvement. So how well you take and then enhance yourself would be evaluated. So these are the 5 common behaviors normally being referred. And then coming to technical skills. So technical skills we will see in the part 2 in detail. But here I'm going to share you from an entry level and senior level perspective. So at an entry level, your academics, your technical learnings, okay, certifications, and then at senior level, your the project assignments, the kind of complex solutions that you have done, okay, these would be evaluated. We will see anyway in detail. So these are the key areas would be evaluated. So while you're sharing these, definitely your area of interest and the passion would be also evaluated. Okay. So now that we understand what is that interviewer expects, we will move on to the next part, which is, how to respond in a structured way. Okay, we will see it in a 4 steps approach. Okay, so the first one, understanding the job opportunity. Okay, so you got to understand the company's business, service offerings, the vision, mission, and their values. Okay, just more about understanding the company. Okay, where you can refer their website to explore, and job roles, responsibilities, and requirements. Okay, for any more further details, you can always be in touch with a recruiter. Okay, so you got to understand these details, very clearly. So once you're done with this, we'll go to the next step, prepare. So this is a very, very important step. So now that you know what is interviewer expecting, you also understand job opportunity, and also you know that whatever you're going to share in these 3 to 5 minutes, the rest of the questions also would follow. So you got to prepare very well so that you can actually drive the interview in large as such. Okay, so at an entry level, you got to focus the academics, so you can elaborate how well you elevated your academics journey, and also you can highlight 1 or 2 subjects of your interest, but ensure that these are relevant to the opportunity. And I'm sure the interviewer would definitely ask questions related to this, and I'm sure it will be helpful for you. Second, your academic project. So here you can talk about the scope, the skills used, your responsibilities, the team size. Okay, here you got to explain as a team how well you all delivered in tight timelines. So here you can express about your collaboration with the team, okay, in terms of problem solvings, okay, make it happen attitude. So many behaviors you are covering here, right? So internship. If you have gone through the internship, okay, elaborate what all you have done, and here largely you would be shared some information. You can talk about how well you maintained the confidentiality part. So here you would be covering integrity, right? So then certifications. See, if you have done any certification like EdifyPath, okay, if you have come here and done a certification, this shows about your self-learning, right? And then your hobbies. Okay, hobbies is something we talk about your personality and your passion areas. It can be like your sports, like a team level sports. Okay, your self researches. Okay, if you're interested in photography. Okay, so many you can elaborate, but ensure that these are all mapped to your behaviors and your personality perspective, right? And also in the end, you have to ensure that your passion areas, like your technical skills, like certain skills that you're very passionate about, elaborate, and definitely it will add a lot of value, and then interviewer will certainly feel that that's very interested in this area. So it motivates, right? So this is from an entry level perspective. Now from a senior level, now that you have already experience, say about 4 years, 5 years or so, you got to elaborate from beginning of your experience, the companies that you have worked, the kind of projects that you have worked, and while explaining, ensure of mentioning about your accomplishment, any recognitions, appreciations. Okay, also if you have come across challenging assignments and you have come up with solutions to that, please mention those. That will add a lot of value to understand about your profile, that you are technically fit for this opportunity, right? Also you can talk about your passion towards complex technologies, solutions using these technologies. That will also add a lot of value. Okay, so like this, we got a structure. In the end, interviewer would definitely will be able to evaluate on all the areas which we have discussed already, right? So with this, we go to the next step, which is dry run. Okay, here it's all about practicing. Okay, practicing in such a way that when you face the interview, it should go as a natural flow. Okay, you should not make it as a a by heart kind of a situation. So, you understand, right? So you should not do that, and it should be a natural flow. And take your friend or family's help for a quick dry run, and I'm sure if there are any things they can suggest you, and you can further elevate. Okay, so with this, we are ready for the last step. That's facing the interview, right? So on the day of the interview, you ensure that you go to the place at least 30 minutes ahead of time so that you're comfortable, okay? And once you're called for the interview, greet them, and definitely the interviewer going to introduce and give you that comfort, and definitely will come to this question, okay? Now that you're prepared so well, I'm sure you can go with a natural flow. And remember that sometimes they jump in for asking certain questions, so answer them and then move on, okay? So so that's all we have. So in summary, tell me about yourself is a very, very common and important question. And then we have seen two parts. One, what is that interviewer expects? That is skills on communication, behavioral and technical, and also your passion. And second part, it's all about how to respond in a structured way. So we saw 4 steps approach: understanding the opportunities, prepare, dry run, and facing the interview. Hope these insights must have helped you. I am thankful to EdifyPath for giving me this platform to knowledge share. I wish you all the best.